Live in LA, Season 4, Episode 8. GFN, Global Filipino Network. Welcome to VILMA Live in LA right here on the GFN channel. And we are live, that's right, live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on the GFN channel. Yay! Okay, so tonight we have a fabulous show for you. A lineup of two awesome, super talented, super successful artists. So from New Mexico, we've got James Ethington III, and he is a singer-songwriter, music producer, and a poet. Yay! Plus, from Philadelphia, we have LYNCH, who is a music producer, film producer, also a graphics designer, also a singer-songwriter, and multi-instrumentalist. He does it all. Amazing artist. So that we have on the show for you tonight. Plus, of course, our hellos to our beautiful people out there. Every week you're there. Yay! So just chat away in the chat box. Say hello to each other. Say hello to me. Say hello to our guests. And just say whatever you want. Okay, keep it nice. And did you know that last week our musical show, the Valentine Special, well, it was so popular that we have over 24,000 views. Maybe by now it's 25,000 views. That is all over the world, global. So because of that, VILMA Live in LA will start having our music specials every single month. Yay for all of our artists out there, including me. I'm going to sing you lots of songs too. Okay, so here we go. On with the show. VILMA Live in LA.
VILMA Live in LA. VILMA Live in LA.
VILMA Live in LA. It's got
Every
Do you have makeup on?
I like VILMA Live in LA.
And coming up, James Ethington III, and he is just an amazing artist, pure voice, pure heart. He is a singer-songwriter and music producer and a poet. Here we go. James David Ethington III on VILMA Live in LA.
In our future as you pass me by. Oh yeah. Oh my, I'll find a way that I can love you better.
Good evening, VILMA Live in LA, and here we are again. This time we are zooming over to New Mexico. Yay! And we have a singer-songwriter, recording artist, James David Ethington III in the house. Hey!
Oh, hello.
Hello, it's so nice to have you.
It's nice to be here. Thank you for having me.
You're very, very welcome. Okay, so let's get started. How old or how young were you when you started getting into music?
When I actually started playing music, I was 19 years old.
Oh, okay. And you started with a guitar, right? Is that correct?
I actually started with a bass. I was trying to play bass, and then someone stole my bass, and then so I had to go to guitar after that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So when you started playing guitar, did your fingers start hurting? Did you play with acoustic or electric guitar right away?
I actually started with electric. I had about 4 or 5 electric guitars. I used to like to collect them,
Yeah.
and so I started playing with those, and yes, my fingers were pretty sore. Those strings were kind of hard.
Yeah. So, what was the first song you learned how to play on the guitar? Can you remember?
I don't remember the exact
Yeah.
first song I learned to play. I try to play everything, but the one that I actually nailed and got it down packed, I can't remember what it was, but I'm glad it was there. I'm glad I learned it.
Like what about the first chord you learned?
The first chord I really had was like an E minor chord, which only takes like 2 fingers, and that's all I could play with. I couldn't do anything with my pinky or anything, bar chords, open chords. It just would just slide this shape, but it was an E minor shape that was just movable, and I just tried to find a good sound all over the fret
Yeah, that's fascinating.
or the neck there.
I only learned like C, an F, and a G, and that's it.
That's all you need, realistically.
Definitely. Yeah. So, when did you start writing? Your writing process?
Well, I started writing poems when I was a young kid. First grade, second grade. I started writing poetry, and I just kind of held on to that until I started attempting to play music, and then I tried to merge the two together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you, do you remember the first poetry you wrote as a
Oh,
kid?
goodness. It was. I'm glad I've forgotten what it was, but I wrote a poem when I was in 4th grade.
Oh, yeah.
I was a very lazy student in school, so we had this poetry contest
Yeah.
when I was in 6th grade,
Yeah.
and so I just submitted the poem I wrote in 4th grade for the contest, and it ended up winning and being published.
See?
And and I still have it hanging around, but my mother loves to pull it out and embarrass me, and I'm like, oh my God, it's just I can't do it.
See, so you're actually a singer-songwriter, recording artist. You are a poet and a published poet.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
It's starting to get longer.
It's like, yeah, a little bit. We're adding to it.
Yeah. So I was looking into your music, and you have Becca. Tell us about Becca. Or anyway, go ahead. I can see you.
Becca isn't an actual woman in my life. I actually wrote the song. I kind of used the name Becca because I didn't know anyone named Becca at the time, but I was writing a script. I wanted to make this movie,
Yeah.
and Becca was a character in the movie, so I kind of wrote the script in the perspective of the male character, kind of singing to Becca and kind of talking about their experiences when he goes to visit her. And I figured writing a song is a lot easier than writing scripts, because so much detail you have to do this, and treatment's a little bit difficult. But a song's a little bit easier. So that's that's kind of where it stemmed from, and that whole idea of it.
So then you also have another, well, let's call it an album. Is that Recycle?
Yes, Recycle is my debut EP. It's just very stripped down. It's just me with a guitar and some songs, and I put it out there. And if you like the stripped down version, then you would like the the big album, the drums and the bass and this really well-oiled produced album. But Recycle is kind of the introduction that I wanted to have, which is, I don't want you to see the bells and whistles. I want you to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. And if you like it with the bare minimums, you're gonna love it with the bells and whistles. So,
Yeah. Well, that's how you can actually tell a true artist is, unplugged. Right.
Right.
It's you. You're playing the guitar and you're singing. You could be, were you sitting on a bucket or something, and you're just playing. And
Yeah.
I love that because it's pure.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's where it starts, right? Then
Right.
afterwards, you want to make it a little bit bigger and produce a sound. That's okay too. But it's good that you have both.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
They need to be able to see both sides of you.
Yeah. How long, what was the process from beginning to end? How long did it take you?
It actually was quite quick. With Recycle, the producer that I had, his name is Eric Gabala. He was actually about to get deployed. So we kind of wrapped things up in about 3 weeks, but that kind of shows how diligent he is towards his product and the artists that he works with. So we would get in there and record for about 2 hours, and he would just go to work and do those kind of things. And hopefully with the next record, we have a little bit more time, and we can kind of take all the things that we felt like we did wrong with the last one, or the things that we felt like we can improve on and get better, and all the things that we felt like we did good, we can become great at. So, I'm excited to get in the studio and do something new.
Yeah. So as far as like producing and songwriting, what has been the most challenging for you? You can think of.
The most challenging, realistically, is trying to stay positive with music in this industry, because there's always somebody that's better looking. There's always someone that's a better guitar player, a better lyricist. It's always this every step you take when you look up, somebody's ahead of you. And a lot of times when you tell people that you want to advance in music, I've been doing it for 10 years. They're like, oh man, James, when you get to the next level, it's gonna be so hard. It's gonna be sleepless nights. It's gonna be dot woot wop. But it's not any individual that kind of comes to me and says, James, you know what? There's gonna be struggles. I'm in that realm of just trying to be positive, trying to spread positivity and allow positivity to be entered into my life and into the things that I'm doing, and push for it.
These red roses remind me of the love you left in our future as you pass me by. All of these hoes want me to foot the bill as soon as I'm broke. Those feet hit the hill. Oh yeah. Oh my. I'll find a way that I can love you better all day and all night. You are the art of my life. Although I know I could control you, I'd rather take the time. I'd rather rather show you I don't need a handful. I'll take just a sample. I'll rock your little world. Come put it on my, oh yeah, 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 on my. I'll find a way that I can love you better all day and all night. You are the art of my life. Do 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 do. I'll meet you right where you are, where you come from, baby. I'm gonna show you my world. In the palm of my hand, I'll give you everything until you say to pack your things and leave me alone. You don't want that, no, no. I'll meet you right where you are, where you come from, baby. I'm gonna show you my world. In the palm of my hand, I'll give you everything until you say to pack your things and leave me alone. You don't want that, no, no. I'll meet you right where you are, where you come from, baby. I'm gonna show you my world.
We're going to go to the fun questions, okay?
All right, let's do it.
All right. So, who is your most inspirational person?
Most inspirational person?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's so many names that come to mind that inspire me. I would say my father.
Oh.
My father, although he was not a musician, he was just the strongest man mentally, like physically, sure, but mentally, he just seemed to be unbothered by things. And I wish I could be that man to go through things in life, take your licking and keep ticking and help others along the way. He was that man, and I want to be that over anything else.
I'm sure you are too. You have the same DNA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the next question. Your favorite quote, James?
My favorite quote.
Yeah.
My favorite quote.
Okay.
US. I want to say my favorite quote, and I feel like it's so cheesy, but honestly my favorite quote is keep on believing, and that is actually one of the last things my father said to me before he passed away, was keep on believing. And it's so true to everything I do in my life. I just want to do so. I don't know. I was always a weird kid. I wanted to be an NBA player. I never wanted to work a 9-to-5 or do it. I just wanted to be special. It's bigger than life. And it's real easy to think that as a child, but when you grow up, they kind of shut that down and like, nah, you gotta, this is difficult. But keep on believing is my favorite quote. That's what you gotta do. You gotta keep on trucking no matter what, no matter rain or shine. You just gotta keep believing that you can be the best individual that you can ever be. every day.
I agree with you. I wrote a song actually, Keep on Believing. Keep
Really?
on believing in yourself. Don't need to depend on someone else. Oh, keep on believing in your life. You've got what it takes, it'll be all right. Oh, oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Keep on believing. I'm going to share that with you. So, like, okay.
Oh man.
All right. So, James, one word that best describes you.
Best word describes me is trying. I'm trying. I'm trying every day to be my best. I'm trying to get out of bed every morning because we all know that's a struggle. I'm trying not to cuss and fuss at people at work. I'm trying my best to be the best me that I can be. In 100 years, I know I'll be gone and forgotten about, but while I'm here, I'm trying to put a smile on people's faces and inspire them and say something nice and encouraging to them and play a little music and shake my butt and have a little fun. I'm trying.
That's cool. Okay. So, this is from Out of the Blue, and I know you can sing. What's
Oh no.
the first song that comes to mind, and can you sing a little verse or chorus of it? Because I know you can sing. I heard your voice. You're good. You're really good.
All right, here we go. I hope it's in tune. We can edit it all out if it sounds too bad, right?
Yeah.
Here. My love runs deep. It flows like a river, give her shivers at night. I am so complete when I'm with you. Like on a sleep hold, I'll be out for a count of two. Reach up for three, and I'm down for you. I don't want drama. I just wanna listen to Nirvana with you. I just nothing else. It's you, girl. It's you, lover. I don't wanna talk about the past. I just wanna make love to the Clash. I don't want nothing else. It's you, girl. It's you, lover. Forever and a loop. Forever and a loop.
Wow, that was so beautiful. You have no idea how beautiful that was.
Thank you, thank you.
Wow, that was so pure. Exactly what I wanted and exactly what you all about. FY.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. Thank you so much. Thank you. And
Thank you.
let's invite our viewers to your social media and also your music.
Yes. If you want to check me out online, please just Google James Ethington III. That's James Ethington the third. All my things are gonna pop up. My Spotify, my Instagram, my Facebook, and I'm very available. Go ahead and shoot me a message. There's songs out there that I've written. There's covers out there that I've sang But if there's something else that you want me to sing or attempt to try to sing, please let me know. Nobody ever messes me when I say this kind of thing. But please be the first one. Please be the first one. I might try it. I don't know.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Please. Thank you.
We've got Danny Lynch, our music producer, singer-songwriter, film producer, graphic designer, multi-instrumentalist. Super awesome. Here we go. Danny Lynch. Danny Lynch on VILMA Live in LA. VILMA Live in LA, and we are in the studio, actually two separate studios. We are zooming over to Philly, and for those of you not so familiar with what Philly is, it's Philadelphia. Okay, so that's over on the east side, I'm over on the west side, and we are zooming over. So we have Danny Lynch, who is a singer-songwriter, plus he plays the drums, and he is also a film creator. So we'd like to welcome to our show, Danny Lynch. Yay, I got that right.
Hello. Yes, that's very good. I'm Danny Lynch. Actually, I wear a lot of hats. I'm a songwriter, music producer. I own a music studio. I actually own a production company which consists of full-blown music studio, graphic arts, and film. So I do all three, and the instruments I play, I'm a full-time musician, so I play, when I go out, I play acoustic and drums with my feet and sing simultaneously. So I'm playing kick and snare with my feet, and then guitar and singing simultaneously. And the instruments that I've pretty much crafted are guitar, bass, drums, piano, all the instruments you would use on a daily usage in the music studio. I pretty much learned how to conquer, because being an owner of a studio, I had to be able to do all these things without anyone else. So I pretty much learned them all, how to play all the instruments. They all pretty much, music came really natural to me, so it wasn't that hard of a task. I'm a master at none, but I know how to get the job done with the instruments that I can play. So.
Love me two-time, baby. Love me twice today. Love me two-time, girl. I'm gone away. Love me two-time, girl. Once more tomorrow, one just more today. Love me two-time. I'm gone away. Love me one time, I could not speak. Love me one time, yeah, my knees got weak. Love me two-time, girl, let's be so weak.
Danny, you were talking earlier about, the time that you started getting into music. You were such a young kid. Walk us through that.
So my journey started, I was probably about 4 years old when I started drawing. It came natural to me, just lay on the floor at my grandmom's house and just draw. And when I first picked up a pencil and started drawing, I could draw anything I seen, like naturally. It just came out of me. My grandmom's like, look at what he's drawing at 4 years old. In those old magazines, they would have, can you draw this? It would be like Fred Flintstone or a bear, and you'll get a scholarship if you could draw this. So I seen that ad in one of my grandmom's magazines, and I sat there and drew it at 4 years old, and it looked exactly like it. And from there, I fell in love with art and, did well in art. I got scholarships to go to art college and do all types of summer courses for free because of my ability with art. And then I found the other art, which is music. And I was fortunate. I grew up really poor in Philadelphia in what they call government housing projects, where it's really low income. My mother and father divorced, and he left us all. So my mom had to, figure out a way to make ends meet. So growing up that way, I was fortunate that there was a lot of guys in the neighborhood that could play instruments, and it was that back porch scenario where these guys would sit on their back porch and play the guitar and sing and stomp their feet, and I would sit there for hours just taking it all in. And so I had that experience at like 7 years old. And where we grew up, they would have a recreation building where you could get free lunches, and I stumbled in there to get a free lunch. I'm eating an apple, and I start looking around and hunting around the back rooms when no one was looking. I kind of snuck in the back rooms, and I found a piano, and it was a dusty old piano sitting back there. And it was the first time I ever struck a note on a piano. I was 7 years old, and I'm doing a documentary right now about the writing process. It's called The Day in the Life of a Songwriter. And I go through my whole childhood, how I discovered art and I discovered music at an early age. And I have my 7-year-old son playing me as me, and reenacting all the scenes from my childhood, how it all started. So that actual segment's called The First Note. And basically I stumbled into this back room, this storage room, and I seen this old piano sitting against the wall. No lights in there. Maybe the light from the window coming through was the only light shining on the piano. I could just visualize this, and creating it now again, I made that visual come true again of how I actually remember it in my mind, with the dust particles in the air and just that light coming through the window right on that piano. It was like a godsend. It was like I was meant to find that piano. It was almost like the light was dead on it, like you can't miss it. Like, boy, get on that piano. So I struck my first note at 7, and it's been with me ever since. And, I learned from these guys on the back porches, play guitar, and I started playing piano and any instrument I could get my hands on. And growing up, there was a store, I don't know if you know it, the Sears Roebuck store. My mom knew the guy there that worked in the television areas, and they would have pianos there and keyboards. And he would watch me when my mom would go around the shop, and in Sears, I would sit there for hours just playing a keyboard while my mom was shopping. So being poor, I didn't have my own instrument, but I did get a lot of experience on other people's instruments and brand new ones because of the situation with my mom being friendly with the guy that worked that department. And it stuck with me my whole life. I make my full-time living doing music. I play out 4 to 5 times a week.
Yeah.
And I decided a few years back that I'm going to make my income from my talent. So I'm doing film, I'm doing graphic arts, and I'm producing in a music studio, and I'm writing a lot of music. So I'm very, very fortunate and happy that it's all come to fruition.
you know, you really set your mind to it. And I do tell people that, you know, it's not enough just to dream. You have to also do the work. And it's exactly what you did. I mean, you kept practicing, and any opportunity you can find, you know, you would go for it. And you
And
just
that's so true. It's like most people don't understand. You could be the most talented person in the world on an instrument or in film or creating, writing a book, whatever's creative. You could be the best, but if you don't have drive and ambition to go along with it, that's why in the music business, you know, the best aren't always the ones on top. It's the guys that are okay, mediocre, but they have that drive and that personality to go after it. And you know, when one door closes, the other one opens attitude, and they're the ones that make it because you know they don't give up and they have that ambition.
I'm so glad that I found you. You're my very best friend. Can't imagine life without you. Here I am. It's all I can do. You keep me so alive. You're the reason why. I never wanna lose my gravity. You keep my feet on the ground. Lift me up when I'm down, so down. And when I wanna give up, you make me believe in gravity.
let's talk about your Gravity, that song Gravity. You do the video as well?
Yeah, I literally over the pandemic, I wrote the song was already written and produced, and I decided I wanted to do a high-end video because I'm trapped in the house. Now, I'm fortunate that my music studio, I'm in my music studio now, is in my home. My whole bottom floor is my film and music and graphic art studio. And I decided that I wanted to put that song out because I believe the world needed an uplifting vibe and a song, and that song is really uplifting. It's about, you know, someone that grounds you and keeps your feet on the ground. They're your gravity. And we all have somebody like that. And I put that together, and I love how it turned out. I love all the special effects in it. Cinematically, it looks beautiful. It's lit right. It's shot right. And all the effects really turned out nice. And I'm really, really proud of that music video.
Yeah, I love it. As soon as I clicked on it, I go, whoa, this looks good.
Yeah, it really did turn out good. I'm very excited about it. So.
I'm so glad that I found you. You're my very best friend. Can't imagine life without you. Here I am. It's all I can do. You keep me so alive. You're the reason why. I never wanna lose my gravity. You keep my feet on the ground. Lift me up when I'm down, so down. And when I wanna give up, you make me believe in gravity. Every time I'm breathing, there's no air, and no, relief. I'm drowning in my own despair. There's your hand to lift me. I need you by my side. You're the reason why. Don't ever wanna lose my gravity. You keep my feet on the ground. Lift me up when I'm down, so down. I never will break your hold. Together we'll grow. Without you holding me like a baby and its mother, sharing your heart beats. You're my gravity, gravity. You're my gravity, my gravity. I said I never, ever, never gonna let you go. You know I'm never, ever, never gonna let you go. I said I'm never, ever, never gonna let you go. I'm never, ever, never gonna let you go. No, you keep my feet on the ground.
I've got some fun questions.
Okay.
So we
I
can.
hope you don't mind if I have a sip of coffee.
Oh, yes, please. Not at all.
This is my addiction is coffee. I don't drink or do any drugs or anything like that. So my addiction is really coffee.
You know how many cups of coffee I drink? In the morning, I drink 2. Then when I get home, I drink another or like half a cup. Then sometimes before I go to bed, even like when I'm watching something, I'm drinking coffee. But I can still go
That's
to
me. My God, we're so much alike.
Well, this is why you're on the show. You know, a lot of the people that I interview have the same type of drive and vibe. So yeah, happy to have you here. So here we
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
yeah, here we go with the fun questions.
Yeah.
Who, Danny, is your most inspirational person?
That's a good question. Now I think, I would say my children, because I get a lot of inspiration from them and watching them and watching how they're doing the same things I was doing. Like my daughter's editing videos at 10 years old and is all into the same things I'm doing. My son is like a spit image of me looks wise, and then he is a drawer. So now he found the first love of art. And it's so funny when I, show the video clip to people of him, in the scene where I found art for the first time I'm drawing for, and it's like a 70s scene. I made it a 70s scene, and he's so natural in it because he really was drawing and loving what he was doing. So I think I get most of my inspiration from them, watching them now. And musically, I always got most of my inspiration from John Lennon. I just love his writing and his vibe. And
So pure. Yeah. Okay. So the next one is your favorite quote.
I always live by a few, but the one that basically says, when you get knocked down, dust yourself off again and get back up and try again. I believe in that, and also what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I think that's the true one too. And there's so many. And another one my daughter said to me, which is so true. If you want the rainbow, you got to deal with the rain. And it's like, man, oh my God, that is so true about life, especially when you're chasing that dream, just by having confidence and believing you can do it.
Well, thank you so much for being on our show.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And here's my song, just for you. You with the sad eyes, don't be discouraged. Oh, I realize it's hard to take courage in a world full of people. You can lose sight of it all. The darkness inside you can make you feel so small. Show me a smile, then don't be unhappy. Can't remember when I saw you laughing. This world makes you crazy, and you've taken all you can bear. Just call me up, and I will always be there. And I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors. That's why I love you. Don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful. I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors. That's why I love you. Don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful. Like a rainbow. Like a rainbow. Can't remember when I saw you laughing. This world makes you crazy, and you've taken all you can bear. Just call me up, and I will always be there. And I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors. That's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful. Like a rainbow. Like a rainbow. Featured guest on VILMA, live in LA. Okay, time for me to say good night and thank you so much for being with me on the show. You guys, as always, so wonderful. And thank you to our guest, James David Ethington III from New Mexico. And also thank you to Danny Lynch from Philadelphia. And so don't forget, I'll be back next week for more of VILMA Live in LA right here on the GFN channel. In the meantime, you guys stay safe out there, and always from my heart to yours, we give you a whole lot of